I think it's also the art of just letting the past go and moving towards the future. And I think in the U.S., they have this stigma of just not letting go of the past and blaming the past on every mishap or, disappointment. And I think as long as you hold on to that past, it's just a lot of weight that you carry with you everywhere you go. And it's hard to move forward and move fast when you got to, weight on your back. Right. You just got to let it go.
This video is brought to you by The Officer Tatum Store, The Officer Tatum Store. Ladies and gentlemen, 40% off all the items on the clearance rack. The new items are not included in that 40% off. I just want you to know it's just our clearance items. Obviously, we have the brand new premium line that I just established called the Tatum line, Tatum Signature line, the best product on the market that you're going to get. These jackets are off the chain. I wore it to the SHOT Show, and people were going crazy over this jacket. We also have the oversized hats. We call it the noggin hats. I mean, I could wear them in another video to show you. These are incredible. And we got the special limited edition The Officer Tatum show hats that you can get. All of these are available right now, and we got a bunch of items coming soon for pre-order, so make sure you pre-order them now. Y'all already know what to do. Like and subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you get notification anytime we go live. I make a video, make sure you still subscribe to this channel, like this video, comment on this video, share this video. Let's get into this. It's funny that, I guarantee you, I mean, some people listen and they take in, absorb what I say, and then they gain value from it. Some people cannot wait to say, Brandon, you always turn down black people. But just before I said what I said about this deranged teacher, I had made mention, and I think black people do such incredible, there's a lot of incredible things, and the upside for black people are very high. It's just that we don't take advantage of it as a culture, as a people. We don't take advantage of it. We should be leading the nation in almost everything that's here. But, spend a lot of our time worrying about the white man. But that lady was a racist, and that's unacceptable, man. If a white person came out and said what she said about white people, I mean, it would be the end of the world. That'd be the #1 story in the news. They'll be having all these conversations about white supremacy. What about black supremacy? Clearly, she think that black people are higher than white people the way she wrote this. There's a thing called black supremacy too, and both of them are stupid. See, when you have faith in God, you understand that there's no color supremacy anywhere. Being black don't make you anything. It's just a skin color. You just have more melanin in your skin, or your ancestors had more melanin that they passed down to you. It means absolutely nothing. What's on the inside of a person is where their value lies. Your value is not external only. Because, and when I say only, because, if you were like a model, you have value in working out and being in shape and producing photo shoots. There's value in that. So it's not, I'm not saying that it's completely zero, but most of your value is gained not from the outside, but from the inside. Because you can have a black and a white person standing next to each other, and they both can have the same values. And it's not like white people are absent of any morality. It's like, man, white people built this country. This concept came from white people. Look at the European countries. Like, I mean, come on now. Let's keep it real. Look at the African countries versus the American countries, or the African countries versus the European countries. I mean, people from Africa are fleeing to come to America. They're fleeing all over Africa to come to America. And that's not because this place is so riddled with white supremacy. I know African people that come here, and they're like, these black people that live here are embarrassing.
There are a lot of very foul people involved in the slave trade. There was, of course, Europeans, Jews and whites were involved, but, Africans were involved in it as well. They were selling off their enemies, the enemy tribes and making their money and so forth. Like, how was slavery really looked at out there?
Well, in Senegal, we've kind of overcome the thought of slavery. We don't even think about it.
I mean,
I think it's also the art of just letting the past go and moving towards the future. And I think in the U.S., they have this stigma of just not letting go of the past and blaming the past on every mishap or, disappointment. And I think as long as you hold on to that past, it's just a lot of weight that you carry with you everywhere you go. And it's hard to move forward and move fast when you got to, weight on your back. You just got to let it go.
This country is great. You can be whatever you want to be here. There's no white person that I'm talking about. Almost every African immigrant that come here has nothing but positive things to say about America until they get corrupted by black Americans. But before that, they come here happy, excited, ready for life, and they typically do better than black Americans. They typically do better. In school, education, quality of life is just better on average. And that is because they're not brainwashed and filled with hatred of white people. And how do you know, Brandon? That's what, because I used to be that way, man. I used to have the disdain, and I used to say some of the similar talking points, being brainwashed and thinking of whiteness and white supremacy, and always thinking like white people had that they had something against me. And when you grow up in an all-black community, you don't really get exposed to white people like that. So you may get a few good ones, but you think, oh, no, there's just a few good ones. The rest of them hate me. And to be honest, if you want to live that life, you could probably see hate and see things in everybody, depending on how far you want to go with it.